Ever had double thoughts before buying a prop firm challenge? Will it even pay? Do they have hidden rules I need to know about? Can it vanish overnight like other prop firms? If you've ever had thoughts like these, I'm here today going over and reviewing this new prop firm called FundedNext. I think it's one of the most reliable firms on the space. I'm going to go over why this video, so stay tuned. FundedNext offers Forex and futures challenges, which is super cool because if you want to test in Forex, you can do that too if you want to trade Euro USD or even gold, because I know a lot of you like trading gold. Because let's be honest, my strategy works in everything. All right, let's dive in and understand all these features, pros, cons, and all the hidden rules of FundedNext. All right, so I'm actually showing you something pretty funny. I have 3 breached accounts already, and most lying people on this app who make YouTube videos about prop firm accounts are going to show you, oh my God, here's my active accounts that I never trade. So I actually bought 3 accounts. I traded them. I was in profit, and I actually just woke up. It is currently Monday at the time of making this video, and it said I blew the account. So I must have left in a limit order or something. They were in profit, but we're gonna go back. We're gonna buy 3 more for the Black Friday sale. But pretty funny. I just want to be transparent because honestly, I think some of you guys will get a laugh out this because again, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like clearly, I blew 3 accounts. You know, I didn't blow them trading IFGs. Okay, I didn't revenge trade. I don't know what happened. I woke up and they're like that this morning. So this is kind of what the dashboard looks like, and you can see my 3 breach accounts here. Okay, but let's go to what else it looks like, because this is one of the cleanest dashboards of any site, and I want to be honest. How clean the dashboard does not matter. Okay, so that's not a pro or con. Don't people say, oh yeah, the dashboard's clean, use my code. Shut up, bro. Okay, but okay, so you click start challenge here. Okay, and super organized. Like you can see CFDs, futures. All right, so we have rapid and legacy challenge, and I think the legacy is going to be the best bet. And for this example, I'm going to be using the 100K account, and you can see it's actually the same price as the rapid challenge right now. Okay, but the legacy is at a discount. Of course, use code Dodgy if you want a discount on this, but let's just get into the video because I'm not here to promote my code. Let's be honest, I genuinely want to do a genuine review without any marketing at all. The biggest issue out of every single prop firm I ever use is the consistency rule. And when you go in topstep, you need $150 days. When you go on topstep eval, you need the 50% consistency rule where you can only pass in 2 days, and you need 1500. If you make too much, you have to make more. For example, on a topstep account, if you make $3,000 the first day in a topstep account, you're gonna have to make $3,000 the next day, even though you already hit the profit goal. Okay, and this is one problem that I see a lot of new traders blow up accounts on, because they're passing the challenge, but they're not actually passing the challenge because of the consistency rule. And all it means is if you're in a 50K account and you need $53,000 to pass and you need to make 3K, and let's say you make like $2,500 in the first day and then you make $500 on the second day, you're not going to pass. And that's so dumb because you made $3,000. And with the legacy challenge, there's a consistency rule on the eval account here, as you can see, but on the actual funded account, there's no consistency rule, which is where you can actually get payouts. And this is a new rule that they just introduced. Now, it is an 80-20 split. So if you make, let's say, $10,000, you're only getting paid $8,000, but it's still good because there's still no consistency rule. So you could theoretically build a giant buffer on this legacy challenge and hit one really solid A+ setup, have a ton of money to work with, and then you'll be chilling and you can get easy payouts from there. Now, for the first 5 payouts, okay, it's only a $2,500 payout. Okay, and some of you guys are gonna be like, oh, that's not that much. Listen, if you hit one trade, okay, which the max position is 7 minis on a 100K, 1 A+ setup, you make 10 to 20K the first trade, and you trade 3 more days, get that payout the first time, you have a buffer. It's gonna be very hard for you to blow the account, and it's really made to go heavy on that first setup. And if you don't get it, try again, because here's the thing. If you buy 4 accounts right here, okay, and you pass off for whatever, 1 account, go super heavy, A+ setup, try to make 10 to 20K. Okay, if it fails, whatever, you're down 250 because there's no activation fee. Then you do it again. Okay, fails, you're down another 250, no activation fee. Third time, you hit a 12K trade. You are now up $12,000. You could risk $1,000 theoretically on every single trade from then on out, and you could literally be profitable with flipping a coin with no edge, which obviously we know we don't do that, and you're likely to keep winning, especially if you're trading my model. And all of a sudden you're going to get an easy $2,500 payout 5 times in a row, and then you can make more after that, obviously. And on the funded account, you do have to get over $200 days, but let's say you have 4 tries, and on one of the 4 fundeds, you hit that first trade and you're up a $10,000 buffer, just risk $1,000. Just go for 1 to 2R. You're going to make the $200 very easily than hitting like an $1,000 trade and risking $200 and you struggling to get the $200 every day. Prop firms are literally a video game, and this is how you're going to get easy payouts, not taking it slow. If you take it slow, you're almost never going to get a payout. Now, another thing you have to know is all trades have to be closed by 4 p.m. for this, so don't forget to close them. And the end of day drawdown limit on a funded is $3,000, which is honestly great because that's the drawdown of the actual account. It's $2,500 for the 50K and $1,000 for the 25K. I'd probably go with the 50 or 100. It's up to you. And obviously, I just said the end of day drawdown is 3K, which actually means there's no daily loss limit as it says here because that's the drawdown of the whole account. Now, I wouldn't worry about the reset fee. I'd probably just buy new ones rather than reset them, but I guess you could because they honestly are cheaper, so why not? Rapid challenge, there's a 40% consistency rule on the funded account, so I don't like it as much. You can get paid more obviously with that, but here's the thing. I think it's easier hitting one big trade and then sizing down, risking like $1,000 per trade after you hit a big like 10K trade on a legacy challenge with like 5 to 7 minis. Again, you just have to be right 1 out of 4 times, which is not that hard on my strategy. And one more benefit to rapid is you can request a payout in 3 days, but request a payout in 5 days for the legacy. But here's the thing. If you hit one trade with, let's say 5 minis, you're up about 10K. You risk 1,000, coin flip, okay, lose, down 9,000. Risk 1,000, coin flip, lose, down 8,000. Risk 1,000, hit a 2R setup, okay, all of a sudden you're back to 10,000 again. And you can just keep doing this 5 days and then get a $2,500 payout, still be at like 7,500, still have a big buffer. And if you truly can trade and wait for the A+ setups that I teach, you got to understand there's no way you're going to go back below 5,000. Now, for those of you true trade Forex, here is the CFD rules, okay? If you can see, if I turn off my face cam for about 1 second, you can see here's just a picture. And again, I don't trade Forex. However, I would say the only benefit of these is you can trade news, which, you know, if you're on gold for CPI and FP, you can build a big buffer doing that. And on these, there are daily loss limit. So I don't even think it's going to be worth going over these. I honestly would not get these. Again, if you're a Forex trader and you want to do it, fine. But I hands down think the Futures Legacy Challenge is the best. Okay. It outweighs almost every firm right now. It's the best rules, especially the no consistency rule for the funded. So to recap, I think that the best parts of these accounts are the no consistency rule on the fundeds, and you can easily build a big buffer on the fundeds. And I think the biggest drawdown of these accounts are just the maximum $2,500 payout, but it's not even a drawdown because I could technically get past it pretty easily if I just build a big buffer when I first get the accounts. Again, 1 A+ IPG setup is all you need for this. You have 4 tries basically if you want to spend $1,000. And let's say you do spend $1,000 and then you get a $2,500 payout. The ROI is there. You're still spending $1,000 to make $2,500, so you're in profit 1.5K, and then you can buy 4 more accounts, and then theoretically you can buy 6 more accounts and still be break even. A couple more things. They have a little margin calculator, profit loss calculator, and lot size calculator on their website, as well as a swap calculator. I don't use any of these. I can kind of do it all in my head, but this is cool. And again, honestly, if you're new at trading, I would recommend using this. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There's really not much else to it. I explained everything you need to know, and I didn't leave anything out that would just confuse you because I think these are the main things you should know. For Black Friday, they are doing a giant 30% sale. You can use my code Dodgy if you want, or you can use another code, but let's be honest, if I helped you, come on, man. Now, I do have one thing to say. One person that uses my code and sends me proof, okay, right after this video in Twitter DMs, I will privately pick the winner, okay? I'll privately pick the winner. In next video, I will say who I picked, so you guys know I'm not lying. One person use my code will get a free funded account for FundedNext, okay? You must be liked, you must be subscribed, leave a comment when you're done, and leave your Twitter username so I know who to check. When you get a payout, please don't forget to post your testimonial in my testimonial challenge, because if you trade my strategy, it's not going to be that hard to get a payout, especially if you hit one good setup the first day. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.